Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another exciting match here at Willie Park Oval, Bridgewater. This is Grace International Presents TNCA T20 League powered by Advanced College. This is round 9, match 3 between Yeti Cricket Club and Capital Dragons. Today, Yeti Cricket Club, they won the toss and they have decided to bat first. In the middle, you can see the captain of Yeti Cricket Club, Anis Pathak, and supporting him is Rohit Bhattrai on the other end. And Rohit Basneth from Capital Dragons is the opener bowler for them. Good bowling effort so far, 2 consecutive dots. Yeah, here at Willie Park Oval, Bridgewater, the weather is very lovely here today, the best we have seen in the last few weeks. Another dot added. This is a good bowling effort from Rohit. Both the batter are yet to get off the mark. Oh, that was a good looking shot. That was a fielder, but that's at the hand of the fielder. And they will manage to get a couple of runs there. And finally, Rohit Bhattrai, he gets off the mark with 2 runs. The last 2 balls remaining in the over of Rohit Basneth. And that is some good intent, good hitting from Rohit Bhattrai. And I think the ball will clear the ropes and that will be the first boundary of this innings coming off the bat of Rohit Bhattrai. Looking at the points table here for Grace TNCA T20 League, we have Yeti Cricket Club who are at the 7th position, and just above them is Capital Dragons with 12 points. So both of them are neck to neck. This is going to be a competitive match between these two sides, both looking to add some point to the table. The next bowler in is Amrit Pandey from Capital Dragons. Good economy rate. Decent economy rate, 6.2 per over so far in this tournament. But yes, Yeti Cricket Club at the end of first over are 6 runs without a loss of any wicket. First ball of Amrit. Oh, cleaned him straight away. What a start to his bowling, Amrit. That's what Capital were looking to do in the first few overs of this innings. Put some pressure back to the Yeti side, and that's what Amrit has done here. What a way to start his spell. And it is unfortunately the captain of Yeti who has to depart. And that brings Sarad Rajbhandari on strike now. Sarad, who was pretty successful last week with his batting as well as his bowling. Let's see what he can do now. The weather here at Willie Park Oval is very decent today, very lovely. We can see some sunshine. It's 20 degrees out here right now, and it's going to stay consistent throughout the day. But the captain of Capital Dragon, he seems very happy with Amrit right now. Second ball of the over. Can he take another wicket here? I think that will be a dot. Straight to the fielder in the cover region. Another dot added. That was a brilliant bowling effort from Amrit. What a spill this is turning out to be. Wicket in the first ball and back-to-back dots. Can this be a maiden wicket over for Amrit? Just 2 balls remaining now. Another dot. Amrit seems pretty confident right now. The last ball of the second over. And it's definitely a wicket maiden over for Amrit. What a brilliant spell. After the successful over of Amrit, let's see who the captain is going to bring next. I think Rohit is going to continue with the second over. 6 runs considered in the first one. But if Capital can get a couple of wickets here in the first initial over, they will look very confident here. I think that's what they are planning to do in the first few overs. Oh, there's a fielder. Just crossed the head of the fielder, and they will manage to get a single, Yeti Cricket Club. A single and a dot to follow in the second over of Rohit Basnet. I'm just looking at the stat here, the bowling figure. We've got Samir Casey from Yeti Cricket Club in number 4 taking 11 wickets. And we also have Hriday Bhattrai from Capital Cricket Club taking 10 wickets so far in this tournament in the 6th position. They both have good lineup of batting and bowling, both of these clubs. But let's see who is going to have the upper hand here today. Dot ball again. Only 2 runs coming from this over so far. I think the Capital Dragons, they are looking pretty chirpy in the field out there, supporting their bowler, having some fun while playing this beautiful game of cricket. And Rohit with his last ball of the over. I think Yeti, they won't take any runs here. And this is another beautiful over here from Capital Dragons from Rohit Wasney, only giving 2 runs. The previous over was a wicket maiden over, and this one just 2 runs. I think Capital Dragons, they are on the right track here. I think Amrit would like to continue his bowling spell here after that brilliant bowling in the previous over.
धेरै भइसक्यो भाइ अहिले फेरि बाहिरको फिल्डरहरू देखिन्नन् पिच मात्रै देखिन्छ क्या फेरि अहिले पिच मात्रै देखिन्छ क्या अहिले फिल्डरहरू देखिन्नन्
Rohit Batra, he has scored 7 runs in 8 runs in 8 balls, strike rate of 100. And Sarad, on the other hand, he's desperately looking to get off the mark. He has played 10 balls so far, Sarad, yet to get off the mark. He is looking desperate here. And Amrit is going to continue his bowling spell. And that will be another dot added. Yeti, they have taken so many dots here so far. What can Amrit do here? Can he take another wicket? That was a chance. That was a half chance. But the ball will just drive away, and that's another boundary for Yeti Cricket Club coming off the bat of Sarad. I think Sarad get off the mark with a boundary in style. He has played 12 balls so far. आवाज त आएको छ नि I think after scoring that boundary just now, Sarad has started to loosen up a bit. He was getting desperate just earlier. Desperate to get off the mark. Another dot added. Capital are going to be very happy with how their bowlers have performed so far in the first 4 overs of this round 9 of Grace TNCA T20 League. And that is the end of another beautiful spell from Amrit, just conceding 5 runs. And that is the end of 4th over. And Yeti Cricket Club, they are 13 at a loss of 1 wicket. I think Rohit is going to continue again for the 3rd over, for his 3rd over. Economy of 4 so far. And Rohit Bhattarai will be on strike. So it's Rohit against Rohit. Let's see who wins this. think they will try to get a single here, Yeti, and they will get it successfully. Just a small notice here from the Willie Park Oval. If you are driving in, the speed limit is just 10, so please be mindful of the speed limit here. That was a good ball, but it will just clear the fielder there. I think they will take a single here. I think Yeti should try and rotate the strike here, take some single, because if they concede a lot of dot here, it's going to be very difficult for them. Rohit with the third ball of this over. Appeal. But the umpire is not moved here. Our umpire here is Sujit Regmi. Done some good umpiring in this tournament so far. Now the dot conceded. Yeti, they have good batting lineup to yet come. And that was a wide here. Rohit will have to ball that again. I was just talking previously about the bowling figure, but if we look at the batting figure, Dinesh Casey from Yeti Cricket Club, he's at the number 3, securing 247 runs. He's yet to come here. And from Capital Cricket Club, just below Dinesh, we have Hriday Bhattarai scoring 234 runs. So they both have some impressive batting lineup as well. Last ball of the over for Rohit, if he doesn't bowl another wide. And he ends it with a dot. Another good spell. I think it's Amrit who is going to ball another over here. He has been pretty successful, and captain has trusted him again with the ball. Economy of 2.5, 1 maiden and 1 wicket. What a spell he has had today, Amrit. And the first ball of this over. Oh, that's a bit of a misfield there. And I think the ball will cross the rope. The misfield has cost them a boundary here. And Sarad adds another boundary to his total. And now he's at 9 runs and has played 17 balls here, Sarad. And Rohit, on the other hand, he has scored 9 runs as well in 13 balls. Amrit with the second ball of this over. And that's another, it's the same copy-paste of the previous delivery. But I think this time it won't be a boundary. But I think Yeti, they will manage to get a single here. The bowler, the fielder, they need to be more careful here. They need to be more attentive because back to back in the same reason, and they have misfielded twice. Now a dot. Rohit is trying to show some good intent here, but hasn't been successful in hitting boundaries here, but they will get a single. 6 run coming from this over so far. I think this is the highest so far in the first 5 overs. They have yet 2 more balls yet to go. Just does the edge of the bat, just gets the edge of a bat, and I think it will clear the ropes again. And it's coming off the bat of Sarad Bhandari again. Sarad, who had not scored any runs until the 12th ball he has played, he is looking good now. He has accelerated and capitalized on the number of balls he has played. I think he still has a lot of job to do here for the team. The last ball of this over of Amrit Pandey. And Sarad Bhandari is a strike, but I think that will be a dot and the end of this 6th over. And Yeti Cricket Club, they are 26 at a loss of 1 wicket. After the early departure of the captain Anis Pathak, Rohit and Sarad, they have stayed on the field. They have managed to score some runs. And if they can capitalize here, the game is going to be very competitive here. And in the 7th over here, Bidur Baral, he has been introduced by the captain Sulav Shrestha. A good bowler he is. Taken few wickets. So far in this tournament, Bidur has taken 3 wickets with an average of 59.67. Can he add more wickets to his name? A wide to start. Current run rate is 4.5, which is pretty low. Dot to follow. Good comeback from Bidur. That was a beautiful piece of bowling. The batter didn't know what to do with that ball. Another dot added. Oh, that was pretty close. What a ball from Bidur. All the bowlers who have been used so far from Capital Dragons, they have been pretty impressive. I think that's another wide, as signaled by the umpire Sujit Regmi. and dot to follow after that. Oh, that is a good looking shot there. There are two fielders, but I think there's no chance. The ball, oh, I think the ball has crossed the rope. The umpire has signaled another 4, and there is another 4 added. And this time it's coming off the bat of Rohit Bhattarai. And a dot to end the over. And it is the end of 7th over. And Yeti Cricket Club, they are 32 at a loss of 1 wicket. The next man in from Capital Dragons is Prajwal Dhakal. Economy of 8.97 and the best of 12 for Prajwal. He was successful. He was the only player, the first player to take the hat-trick in the previous T20 tournament that TNCA had organized, and that was indeed in the match against Yeti Cricket Club. And I think he will want to do that again. He will want to execute that again. And Prajwal, he starts the over with a dot. That was good intent, just as the hand of the captain, who was at the cover reason, but the ball will clear the ropes for another 4. No dot to follow. A lot of dots are coming in this innings. Yet they wouldn't be too happy with the number of dots they have played. They do have a lot of wickets on hand. And it's time, I think, they start capitalizing here. Both the batters, Sarath and Rohit. Good bowling here from Brazil. Despite that boundary he just considered. But it is the Yeti Cricket Club who had won the toss and they had decided to bat first. They must have a good reason behind it. They will try and run for 2 runs and they will be successful. Good running between the wickets between these two. This is what they need. This is what they should continue to do. These dots can be very expensive. And Prajwal with the last ball of his over, of his first over. That will be another dot. A successful over from Prajwal. And that is the end of 8th over. And Yeti Cricket Club, they are 38 at a loss of 1 wicket. Yeah, we are already at the end of 8th over. I think Yeti Cricket Club, they should look at changing the gears here from now on. Start looking for some boundaries. They do have the luxury of power surge later in the innings after the 10th over where they can capitalize. But they shouldn't wait till then. Start showing some good intent. And it's Bidur who is continuing with the second over. A good looking over from Bidur so far, only conceding a single in the first ball. And he's by, signaled by the umpire. One last ball remaining. Oh, that was another good looking ball. And that is the end of ninth over. And Yeti Cricket Club, they are 41 at a loss of 1 wickets. I think in the first 9 overs, it is the Capital Cricket Clubs who are at the forefront. And Prajol, he is going to continue with the second over for him. Conceded 6 runs in the previous one. Can Prajol take another wicket here? Maybe do what he did in the previous tournament. If you are joining us just now, this is Grace TNCA T20 League powered by Advanced College. We are here in round 9, match 3 between Yeti Cricket Club and Capital Dragons. Yeti Cricket Club, they won the toss and they have decided to bat first, scoring 41 runs so far. Running in the 10th over, there's a bit of an overthrow misfield there. And leg by signal by the umpire. No dot. I think few games back, Capital Dragons, the bowlers, they were getting a lot of wides. And this game, they are getting a lot of dots. So a big improvement from the bowling side here. Another good ball from Prajol. And that will be another dot added. Just giving you update about another match happening in the Cressy Recreation Ground in Launceston between Launceston Nepali Cricket Club and Kathmandu Warriors. We are seeing some power hitting out there. Nabin Sahi scoring 101 runs in 49 balls, and Ricky supporting him, playing 29 runs in 29 balls. What's happening out there in Launceston? There are a lot of players who are hitting centuries, some big run scoring happening. And Nabin Sahi, he has 15 fours and 5 6 added to his name just in today's match. What a way to start the game. Welcome back after that short drinks break. This is TNCA T20 League powered by Advanced College. Round 9, match 3 between Yeti Cricket Club and Capital Dragons. We have Rohit Patrai and Sarad Rajbhandari in the middle from Yeti Cricket Club. Sarad scored 20 runs, and Rohit Patrai, he has scored 15 and played 24 balls. Yet to improve the strike rate from both batsmen. And it is Hriday Bhattarai who is coming to bowl the next over. Hriday, he has been brilliant so far in this tournament. He's in the top of the table from both bowling as well as batting stats. Great all-rounder from Capital Dragons. Let's see what he can do today. Starts with a dot. Yeah, we're already halfway through the innings. And Yeti Cricket Club, both the batsmen, they need to accelerate here. They need to change gears. Because if they lose a wicket here, they will be very disappointed with the number of balls they have played, number of dots they have. They will quickly steal a single there, Yeti Cricket Club. First run in this spell from Hriday. Current run rate is 4.1 and the projected score will be 82 if we consider that. Oh, that is some good looking shot there. Finally, some good intent. And the ball will clear the ropes for another four. It is coming off the bat of Sarad Raj Bhandari, who has scored 24 runs so far, played 36 balls. He needs those boundaries, Sarad. Need a couple of those to balance out his strike rate. A boundary and a wide to follow after that. We are seeing some clear blue skies here. The sun is out. What a beautiful day it is to be playing the sport. No complaints from the combox, no complaints from the players. And it is Hriday who strikes again. What a beautiful bowling. And Yeti loses another wicket. And it is Sarad Raj Bhandari who has to depart after scoring that boundary. He couldn't capitalize, Sarad. But so far, good start for Yeti, I guess. And with that, it is Niranjan Bhandari who comes to the pitch from Yeti Cricket Club. And the last ball of the over from Hriday Bhattarai. A wicket taking over for him. And he ends the spell with a dot. 5 runs considered. What a beautiful looking over with a wicket. After the departure of Sarad Raj Bhandari, Niranjan and Rohit, they have a job on hand. They have to start building the innings again. They have a big job. And with that, it is 50 up for Yeti Cricket Club, and it has come in the 12th over for them. Vidur Baral continuing with his wide. We can see some good looking, happy side from Capital Dragons. They are pretty happy in the field, supporting their players. I think they are very satisfied with the start they have had. I think they'll stick with single there. With that, Niranjan Gets off the mark. Not sure when Yeti Cricket Club they will take that advantage of power surge. I think this would take it while Rohit Bhattrai is still in the middle because he is the experienced one who has played 29 balls so far. Another single added. And last ball of this over from Bidur. Only 4 runs coming off the bat and 2 wides considered by Bidur. Oh, that was a clean looking shot, but there is a fielder out there in the deep. And they'll just stick with a single. And that is the end of 12th over. And Yeti Cricket Club, they are 55 at the loss of 2 wickets. I was mentioning this before. Yeti Cricket Club, they have still a lot of wicket on hand. And they will want to put a score of around 120, 130 if they want to put out a good competitive score. And for that, they need to change gear here. They need to accelerate. Otherwise, Capital Dragons, they can get pretty confident. And Hriday, he is continuing with his spell. The second over from him. A wicket taking over in the previous one. Hriday, he can do some magic with the ball. He can take some wickets and put the batters on pressure. He is capable of that. And Rohit Bhattrai, he is a power hitter. He can hit some good shots. Hasn't been successful today, but he is capable. What a beauty. Brilliant bowling from Hriday. Back-to-back dots in this over. No runs conceded so far. Finally, some intent there, but there is a fielder in deep. But a misfield will cost them another boundary. The first boundary in this over. After considering those 3 dots, they were looking desperate. Oh, the ball is high up in the air. There's a fielder out there in the deep, but no chance. And that's another boundary for Yeti Cricket Club. Back-to-back fours. And this over is looking out to be pretty good for Yeti Cricket Club. 8 runs coming off it so far, and 1 ball remaining in this over. I think they'll just stick with a single here. 9 runs coming off this over. This should be the highest so far for them.
Over. एक बजेर 6 मिनेट Yes. Oh. You're right.
Is it the captain who is going to bowl the next over? I think it is Sulabh Kaji Shrestha. It is Sulav Shrestha from Capital Dragons, the captain himself. He is capable of taking wickets with his slower delivery, Sulav Shrestha. Let's see if he can execute it today. Because if Capital, they can take a couple of wickets here, the game will definitely be in their forefront. Because the score is just 64 in the 11 ball. That's some good intent, good hitting from Rohit Patrai. A bit of a misfield. And they will successful in getting 2 runs there. Good running between the wicket between these two. Niranjan Bhandari especially, he's pretty energetic in the field. Always looking for chance, for runs, for wickets, for stumping. Now a slower ball and a good chance for boundary. And Rohit Patra, he takes on and gets another boundary. After conceding that 4 runs in the previous ball, Yeti, they will take a single. And that brings Niranjan Bhandari on strike. He tried to hit another sweep shot there, but completely missed it. Two more balls remaining in this over. I think they will try and get a single there. And they will get it successfully. The run rate is slightly increasing now. It's 5.2. And these extras will definitely help Yeti Cricket Club. Another wide added. It is Hriday Bhatra. He's continuing with his third over. And Yeti Cricket Club, they have decided to take the power surge here in the 14th over. So 14th and 15th will be the power surge with the fielding restrictions, a license for the player, for the batter to go big, hit some boundaries. Let's see if Rohit and Niranjan, they can capitalize on this power surge. They will definitely need to do that to put on a good total here in this round 9 of Grace TNCA T20 League. Rohit Bhattrai, he's on strike. And that will just be a dot. That was a good looking shot. No chance for the fielder out there in the deep. And that's another 4 added. Rohit Bhattrai, he has decided to take advantage of this power surge. Started with the 4 in the second ball of this power surge over. A one good looking over can shift gears, definitely. That's wide. A boundary and a wide to follow after that. This is what happened in the previous over as well. Good comeback from Hriday. Oh, that's another good looking shot, but this time straight to the hand of fielder. So that will just be a single. That brings Niranjan Bhandari on strike. Can he play another sweep shot here and get a 4? That's what he tried to do in the previous over. He did attempt it. Last ball remaining in this over, just 6 runs coming of it. Only one boundary. And that is the end of 15th over. And Yeti Cricket Club, they are 82 at a loss of 2 wickets. They have one more power surge over, Yeti Cricket Club. It is Amrit who is going to bowl this power surge over, the 16th over. A good economy so far, 5. Only 5 conceding in 3 overs, 1 maiden and 15 runs. Can he break this partnership? Amrit. Despite bowling some good overs, the bowlers of Capital Dragons, they haven't managed to get wickets here. They have been wicketless after those 2 wicket in the initial inning. And a single to start this over. Yeah, I think Rohit Bhattrai, he should try and get as much strike as possible because he is a settled batsman who can hit this kind of shots straight to the hand of a fielder. But Nissan, I think he has dropped it and it will cost them. There's Rohit Bhattrai who has been dropped just now. Let's see how expensive this is going to be for Capital. Another good looking shot from Rohit, and this time it will clear the ropes, and that's another 4 added. And with that, Rohit Patrai, he is just 4 runs shy from hitting 50. Another quick update from our match happening in Launceston between Launceston Nepali Cricket Club and Kathmandu Warriors. We have seen some great batting performance, scoring 233 runs in the 19th over. And Nabin Sahi, what a great figure from him, 154 runs in 69 balls, 18 fours and 10 6. That is some great match happening out there. Kathmandu Warriors, they are looking pretty confident out there in Launceston Cricket Club. And coming back to this game, we have Rohit Patrai on strike, Amrit Pandey bowling his 4th over. Oh, just touched the hand of the bowler. I hope he's okay. I think Capital Dragons will be pretty happy with how this power surge is turning out to be for them. Finally, the sweep shot. But there is a fielder who will protect it, and they will just get 2 runs from it. Niranjan, he has kept the strike. The last ball of the power surge. Can they end on a high note with a boundary here? That was the attempt, but not successful. They'll just get a single here. And that is the end of 16th over. And Yeti Cricket Club, they are 93 at a loss of 2 wickets with 4 over remainings. I think a total of 130 and 140 is possible. But they'll have to get around 10 runs per over, which is doable. But they will need to get aggressive here. They need to show some intent. And continuing on the 7th over is Bibek Paudel bowling his first over in this innings. And Niranjan Bhandari, he will be on strike facing the first ball of Bibek. Great bowling, what a great start he has. Pretty impressive with the intent of the bowling side of Capital Dragons. Despite they have not taken many wickets, they have been pretty disciplined with their bowling efforts. But not a good fielding just now. The overthrow. Yeti Cricket Club, they will take 2 runs. Now 3 balls remaining in this over, in the 17th over of Bibek Paudel. And Rohit Patra, he's in strike. Strike rate of 100 for Rohit Patra now, 47 of 47. Just 2 runs away from hitting that half century. I think it's going to be his first half century in this tournament. The second half century in this tournament. The last ball, which was going to be the last ball, is a wide. Yeti Cricket Club, they are just 1 run away from their 100 in this innings. Oh, that is up in the air. There's a fielder who will protect it. That brings Rohit 1 inch closer to his half century, 49 runs, and that's 100 up for Yeti Cricket Club. It has come in the 17th, 18th over for them. And the next bowler in from Capital Dragons is Rohit Pasnet. A great economy from him, 3.7 so far. He has bowled 3 overs, but he has been wicketless. Only 3 overs remaining. If they can take, if Yeti, they can score around 10 runs per over. 130 will be the total, a decent total. But can they do it? Can they score 10 runs per over? And that is 50 up for Rohit Patrai. Second 50 for him in this tournament, in this Grace TNCA T20 League. A strike rate of 100.
125.
I think he can now loosen up. He has hit the milestone. He should look to hit some boundaries now, and that's a wicket. And Rohit, who has been wicketless so far, gets his first wicket in this innings. And it is Niranjan Bhandari who has to depart after scoring 12 runs in 16 balls. The next batsman in from Yeti Cricket Club is Samir Casey. Good strike rate of 113 for Samir KC in this tournament so far. As I was mentioning before, they need to target at least 10 runs per over. Yeti Cricket Club, they've just scored 1 runs so far in this over. Rohit, can he take another wicket here? He has been very disciplined with his bowling today. The third ball of this over from Rohit Basneet. And that is high up in the air. There is a fielder. And he gets it. Another wicket added. And Rohit Basneet, he is on hat-trick now. And it is Bidur Baral who has taken that catch. And after the departure of Samir, it is the president of Yeti Cricket Club, Amit Mahato, who comes to the middle. If Rohit can do it, this is going to be the first hat-trick in this tournament for this year. That will be some nerves in the mind of the bowler. Can he do it? This is going to be exciting. That will just be a dot. And an overthrow on top of that. That was not necessary from Rohit. That just cost them 2 runs. I think they were desperately looking for another wicket. And it has cost them 2 runs. Oh, and it's given. Third wicket for Rohit in this over. All 3 coming in this over. He was so close to getting the first hat-trick in this year tournament. But despite that, I think Capital will be pretty happy with how the bowlers have bowled today.
Ready, sir.
And it is Amit Mahato who has to depart without troubling the scorers. And Rajesh Khatri is on strike now. Last ball coming off this over of Rohit Basneet. 3 wickets taken. And he... Another overthrow. And Yeti, they will steal a single here. end to another successful over of Rohit Basnet and Yeti Cricket Club. They are 104 at a loss of 5 wickets. The next bowler in is Bipek Paudel from Capital Dragons, economy rate of 7 in the previous over. And starts with single. So the current run rate is 5.4, which makes the score of 114. But I don't think Yeti will be satisfied with that total. They need to get at least 130. And that is only going to happen if they hit some boundaries. I think it's with just 2 overs remaining. Yeti, they should try and hit some boundaries because they do have 5 wickets in hand. Because the runs are only coming in singles and doubles in the past few overs. Oh, that was wide. Another extra added. That is some intent of the batter. There is a fielder. He'll protect it. And Yeti, they'll just get a single. The runs only coming in singles. Four runs coming in this over so far. 3 coming off the bat. Not a good looking shot, but there is a bit of a misfield out there. I think the umpire signals that is 1 shot, so that will just be a 1 run. That is the end of 19th over in the Cricket Club. They are 110 at a loss of 5 wickets. So only 6 balls remaining in this innings. And I think Sulabkaji Shrestha, he has trusted their star bowler Hriday Bhattrai. 3 overs, 1 wicket and 7 economy rate of 7. First ball of this last over. Finally, an intent, but straight to the hand of the fielder in the deep. And that'll just be a single. Oh. Rajesh, I think he's looking for some boundaries because he knows how crucial every run can be in the run chase. If they can get 9 runs in the last 4 overs, the score will be 120, which is still decent. Oh, an overthrow again will cost 2 runs. That's wide plus 2 runs, so 3 runs in total coming off that ball. So 4 balls still remaining in this over. Capital, they don't need to do anything extra here. They don't need to overthrow the balls because they are already on the forefront here, managing to limit Yeti Cricket Club for just 115 runs. Good looking shot, but there is a fielder. Oh, that is high up in the air. Can it get the fielder? No, it just drops in the no man's land. And that's another single. 2 runs, sorry. And that brings them close to 120 mark. Just need 1 run to get there. It's the last ball of this innings. Rohit, I think he will try to go big. That is high up in the air. But another overthrow. And Yeti Cricket Club, they will get 2 runs here. But that is the end of this innings. And Yeti Cricket Club, they are 121, loss of 5 wickets. That keeps the target of 122 for them. Pretty decent. The only outstanding batter from Yeti Cricket Club is Rohit Patrai, scoring 54 runs. And if we look at the bowling side of Capital Dragons, it is Rohit Pasneth who stood out with 3 wickets, an economy rate of 3.8. And 2 other batsmen, Amrit Pandey and Hriday Patrai, they took wickets as well. So we will bring you the live update from the next innings shortly. Welcome back, everyone. This is Chris, TNCA T20 League, powered by Advanced College. We are here for the round 9 match 3 between Yeti Cricket Club and Capital Dragons. Yeti Cricket Club, they won the toss and decided to bat first, putting on a total of 121 runs. So the target for Capital Dragons is 122. We have Hriday and Susan Tungale from Capital Dragons in the middle, and Rajesh Khatri is bowling his second over. A bit of a misfield from Niranjan in the deep, and that will cost them 2 runs. I think they were just looking to get a single, but with that misfield, Hriday and Susan, they managed to get 2 runs. We are in the 4th over, and Capital Dragons, they have already scored 40 runs without losing any wicket. So they have had a good start. Having said that, Amit Mohato, he bowled beautifully in the first over. There were 2 chances for this batsman to get out, but both the catches were dropped. That's Khatri with his last ball of this over. That is high up in the air. No chance for the fielder. Oh, I think he has managed to protect it. And there will be 2 runs added to the total. And Capital Dragons, they are 43 without a loss of any wicket at the end of 4th over. A great start for them, given the low score, not a very high score that they are chasing, 122 runs. So they need 79 runs in 96 balls. So just need a run rate of 4.94. Not that high for them, given the quality of batters they have, Capital Dragons. Susan and Hriday, they are both capable of hitting some big boundaries. Now it is Sarad who will bowl the next over. He's pretty good at taking wickets, Sarad. Can he be the partnership breaker here and give a start for Yeti Cricket Club? Yeti, they are just doing some fielding changes. Hriday, he's on strike, facing the first ball of Sarad Raj Bhandari. Oh, that was a good looking ball there. And a great running between the wickets from these 2 batsmen. Managed to get 2 runs there. Hriday, he's scored 31 runs in 13 balls. A strike rate of 238 for him. Oh, as I mentioned before, Sarad, he can take wickets, and he has broken this brilliant partnership between Hriday and Susan. And Hriday, after scoring 31 runs, he has to depart. But I think he will be pretty happy with the start he has provided for Capital Dragons. 3 fours and 1 sixes added to his name. But Saraj Bhandari, he has done it for Yeti Cricket Club, taking this wicket of Hriday Bhattarai, who can get pretty aggressive in the middle. And after the departure of Hriday, it is Nissan who is going to replace him. Saradhi is a great all-rounder from Yeti Cricket Club. He can both ball, bat, and is also very good out there in the field. Good combo. Another brilliant bowling to follow after that. Oh, that is high up in the air. The ball was there to be hit, and Susan Tungale, he strikes, and that is 4 runs added to the total. Susan, he has a good strike rate himself as well. Managed to get 18 runs in 13 balls. And Nissan is there to support him. Nissan is equally capable of a batsman. A boundary and a dot to follow. Good comeback from Sarad. The last ball remaining in this over. Oh, there is a bit of a miscommunication between the two batsmen. But they will both be safe. Had the throw been a bit quicker, there could have been another wicket. But despite conceding that 4 runs, a successful over from Sarad, given he has managed to take the wicket off the sets batsman Hriday Bhattrai. The next bowler in is Samir KC from Yeti Cricket Club. A good economy so far in this tournament, 3.15, and the best figure of 19 for wickets. That was a good bowling, but touches the edge of the bat. I think the ball has cleared the ropes, as signaled by the umpire. That's another 4 added. So far in this tournament, we have 594 fours. That's huge. The ball had just hit that on the cover reason, and both the batsmen, they are good in running between the wickets, so they will manage to get 2 runs. Yet they need to be more attentive in the field, given the score of just 122, the target of 122. They can't give those extras and they can't lose. The last 2 balls remaining in this over. Capital Dragons, they need 65 runs in 86 balls. So required run rate is just 4.33 at the moment. And they are well ahead. with the run rate of 9.8. A good bowling spell from Samir Chetri, only conceding 6 runs. And with that, we are at the end of 6th over, and Capital Dragons, they are 57 at a loss of 1 wicket. The next bowler in is Sarad Raj Bhandari, who managed to concede 8 runs in his previous over, but taking that wicket off Hriday Bhattrai. Can he take one more wicket here and provide a good start for Yeti Cricket Club? Because a 2 more wicket from here on, Yeti, they can get the confidence back and the game can be even. Back-to-back dots from Sarad. Just split that ball straight to the man at the cover reason. But they will quickly steal a single, Capital Dragons. Oh, there was a chance. Had the throw been a bit quicker, but they'll safely get a single here. That brings Nissan on the strike. A very good over from Sarat so far. Only managed to concede 2 runs. Oh, there's a chance for run out again. This is the 3rd chance they have had so far in this innings. But no luck. The luck has favored Capital Dragons. As I mentioned previously, Capital Dragons, they are at the 6th position in the table with 12 points. And Yeti Cricket Club, they are in the 8th position with 8 points. Everest, after winning the previous game against Envision Cricket Club, they have moved 1 position above. They are in position 7 now. So Yeti and Capital, they are both desperately looking to put some points in the table. So this is going to be a competitive tournament, competitive match between these two sides. I think both the batsmen, they're trying to run for 2. Good running between the wickets. And they will safely get 2 runs. Both the batters from Capital Dragons, they are showing some good intent from the beginning. Good running between the wickets. Have hit some boundaries. This is what they need to do. And they will steal another single. I think Nissan was trying to get for 2 runs. That's high up in the air, but there is a fielder. It'll just be a single. I think Susan, he just needs to be there, do what he's currently doing, rotate the strike and hit some boundaries. And Nissan, he'll just have to support Susan there because Susan, he's looking pretty confident out there, already scoring 27 runs in 23 balls. This is a very good start. The last ball of his over from Samir, and I think that will be a dot. So that is the end of eighth over, and Capital Dragons, they are 67 at the loss of 1 wicket. So they just need 55 runs in 72 balls. Now, if you look at the bowling table, Amit Mahato is at the top. I think the captain Anis Pathak, he's trying to change some fielding placement. I think they have a plan. I think they will need to break this partnership. Nissan has joined the party with Susan here. The first four for him in this innings. Arjit Mishra, he has conceded 5 runs already in the first 2 balls. Another good bowling straight to the hand of the man at cover. No runs conceded. This is turning out to be a good spell from Arizit so far, despite that boundary he conceded in the second ball. Back to back dots. Another dot added. Last ball remaining in this over. And that is a single to end this over. End of ninth over. And Capital Dragons, they are 73 at a loss of 1 wicket. I think what Yeti need to do is now target. They need to get some wickets here. They need to break this partnership. Because if these two batsmen, they get settled in the pitch, in the middle, they can get very aggressive. They're both capable of hitting some big runs. They will manage to steal a single there. Susan and Nissan. Samir continuing with his third over in this innings. Despite being wicketless, he has been successful in the first 2 overs. Oh, there's a chance of a run out. Has he had? If it had been a direct hit, there was no chance for the batter. Nissan just playing that ball beautifully on the offside, and they will get a single here. Three runs coming in this over so far. 2 balls remaining. Oh, there was an appeal, half-hearted appeal from Samir. The umpire, Sujit Regmi, he's not impressed. Oh, that ball. Straight to the hand of the fielder at the deep. And Susan, after playing some brilliant batting here, he has to depart. He did manage to get 29 runs in 27 balls, Susan. But I think he was wanting to capitalize on this, hit some more boundaries, and provide. Now, with the departure of Susan Tungel, it is Tulsi Tiwari who is going to replace him. Good strike rate so far in the tournament, 94. But he will need to do better here. And it is Arjit Mishra who is going to bowl the next over. Economy rate of 6 per over. I don't think Capital Dragons, they don't need to do anything extra here. They just need 46 runs in 60 balls. They can continue what they are doing. Rooting the strike, and hitting those loose balls as they come, because they are well above the required run rate of 4.6. Tulsi is on strike now. I think that is wide as signaled by the umpire. Hello. I think they'll just stick with the single here, Capital Dragons. They don't want to take any risk here at this stage. I think they're trying to run for two. Bit of a miscommunication, but they will be safe there. Nissan and Tulsi. Tulsi gets off the mark, and it's Nissan on track now. The ball is racing. There's a fielder just chasing behind him. And they will manage to take 2 runs. Capital Dragons. 6 runs coming from this over so far. And 1 wide, so 7 runs. Last ball remaining. And that is the end of 11th over. And Capital Dragons, they are 83 at a loss of 2 wickets. They just need 39 runs now in 54 balls. So required run rate is just 4.3 per over. Next bowler in is Sarad Raj Bhandari, continuing his beautiful spell today. Economy rate of 5.5 and taking the wicket of the opening batter, Sarad. He's looking in a good rhythm today. Capital, they are at the forefront here. They have a good run rate. But if Yeti, they can get a wicket here, the tables can turn. Another bad. If you are joining us just now, this is Grace TNCA T20 League, powered by Advanced College. We are here at Willie Park Oval in Bridgewater. This is round 9, match 3 between Capital Dragons and Yeti Cricket Club. And Capital, they are chasing a target of 122 runs, and they are well ahead in this chase. They need 37 runs in 51 balls. Just want to take this opportunity to thank our live streaming partner, Exotic Lane YouTube channel, for bringing us all the exciting updates of this tournament. Huge thanks to Piyush Joshi and Abhishek Joshi for the continued effort. That is a quick running between the wickets between these two batsmen. They'll just steal a single here. And 2 balls remaining in this over now. Oh, that ball has been hit. There is a fielder in the deep, just between those two fielders, and the ball wins the race and crosses the rope. And that is a 4 coming off the bat of Tulsi Tiwari, the first 4 for him in this innings. What was looking like a good over from Sarad. One last ball remaining in this over from Sarad. And he ends that with a dot. So that is the end of 12th over. And Capital Dragons, they are 91, the loss of 2 wickets.
मिलीसँग छ लाइक लाइक मिलीसँग मिलीसँग छ माया
The next bowler in is Bhupendra Rizal from Yeti Cricket Club. Economy of 7.38 in this tournament so far, with the best figure of 15 runs for 1 wicket. Capital, they just need 4 runs per over from now on, and they will be pretty successful in chasing this target. That was a good running between the wickets, and they will get 2 runs here, Nissan and Tulsi. Even though they don't have a lot of runs left, Capital Dragons, I think run rate can be equally important in this tournament. So they will want to finish this game early. Bhupendra with the second ball of this over. A good comeback. No runs conceded. Current partnership is 17 runs in 13 balls. Another beautiful looking shot here from Tulsi Tiwari. But there is a protection out there in the deep. They'll just get 2 runs. Good fielding effort from those 2 fielders. Oh, that's high up in the air. Fielder behind it. No chance for him. It's another 4. Tulsi. He is looking pretty good at the moment. 2 fours he has scored so far. He has played only 8 balls but scored 13 runs. Tulsi. With that, the score is 100 for Capital Dragons. That has come in the 13th over for them. Good looking over so far for Capital Dragons. 9 runs already coming in this over. So that is the end of 13th over, and Capital Dragons, they are 101 at the loss of 2 wickets. I think Capital Dragons, they have decided to take the power surge here, and rightly so. Both the batsmen, they are quite settled out there in the middle. But what can they do? Can Niranjan do something here? Because it is the power surge over, and the batters, they are trying to go all out. So a bit of a pressure on the bowler. And Niranjan, he starts his over with a wide here. Oh, a sweep shot attempted by Tulsi. And I think they are trying to run for 2. There's no fielder there. So they will successfully get it. I think Tulsi is trying to hit every ball here. Trying to take advantage of this power surge. Oh, that is high up in the air. There's no fielder out there. And the ball will clear the ropes, and that's another 4 added for Tulsi. He is looking pretty aggressive at the moment, Tulsi. Scored 20 runs in just 12 balls. I think Capital are in the hurry to win this game. And with this, Capital Dragons, they just need 14 runs in 39 balls. Oh, another shot attempted by Tulsi. But that's not going anywhere. It's going to be another dot. That is high up in the air. No fielder out there. And the ball will clear the ropes for another 4. That was a great advantage taken from the power surge over by Capital Dragons. And with that, they just need 10 runs now in 36 ball. The next bowler in is Bhupendra, bowling his second over. They just need 10 runs. And Bhupendra, he has the economy of 10 runs in the previous over. A good match. Dot to start with. Nissan, he's on strike, looking to go big. But that will just be a single. With that, the required run rate is 1.59 per over. So Capital Dragons, they are well ahead in this game against Yeti Cricket Club. Tulsi hits again. Tries to go big, but doesn't get enough of the bat. So they'll just get 2 runs here. So that's just 7 runs away from victory, Capital Dragons. Again, hitting the same shot and the same result. Just a single now. Last 2 balls remaining in this over. Can they do it in this inning, in this over? I think no is the answer. That was some hitting from Niranjan. Was it needed though? I think the batsman was well within the crease. Niranjan trying to put some pressure there. Oh, that is high up in the air, Nissan. What a way. That's 6 runs, and that is the end of this game. And it is Capital Dragons who have won this game by 8 wickets. Thank you everyone for joining in. We will bring you another update of another game in 3:15. So see you then.